So this is what we want to dig into. Building in there. It's full of bugs here over this side of the garden this morning. So you can see there's the back of the building. I think this elder's going to have to go, at least the one closer to the building. See the gate post over there, and then it's just these little elderberries by the looks of it. Elderberry sticks. So up on the roof, day 2, a couple of tiles to replace and fix. I don't think this one's going to match. So this is interesting. This is obviously a valley in the roof. So I've been cleaning my way down because some really special tiling going on here. And then the battens are over the valley plate. There's one there. I don't know how far it goes down, but don't think I'll be able to rip it around and get it actually on top where it's supposed to be. But yeah, this is quality workmanship. But you can see what some of the problem is. You can see what the other problem is. So we placed 3 tiles on the other side. Don't know what that's going to look like. But yeah, I think me ridges might be a bit tough. Oh, look at that one over there. I know where that's leaking, definitely. So we'll be over to that in a bit anyway. I'm going to work my way back down to that roof. I'm pinching tiles from behind me as I go down so I can pick them up off the ground, and they're less of a pain to go. I should have put some up on the roof really. So it's pouring down with rain. I think that gives you a really good idea of why this is not so great, huh? Hello, Mr. Fly. So we could try doing something with that. It's very dodgy. This is nothing supporting that. That's completely rotted away. The rain wants to come down here as well, which is really unhelpful. Doesn't help there's a big hole there, but yeah, nice little downpour to find any leaks. I would make a dash over there. So we've got a broken tile. Hear that water mark there? That's the second tile up. There's a broken tile there. Wow, that's quite a lot of rain coming down there. And I can see the drain is overflowing. This one's dumping most of its stuff right at my feet, so I'm very wet. I don't know if I can make it into there to find a dry spot just to check that edge, because I haven't been able to check that edge. So let's make the dash. This rain's cold. It's also wet. So I'm underneath here. That tile's missing. We know about. It looks like this is holding up. There's some wet up there. But no, most of this is all nice and dry. It's a bit wet because the tile's too level. But I can't actually push that up any further to give more angle on it. I've got a couple of sticks in there. But where it is just makes it very, very awkward. But I'm satisfied, right? Alright, let's get back inside, round that puddle. Oh. So meanwhile, on the front of the house, we've got that problem there. Everything else looks okay. Very difficult to say what's going to be leaking on there, but it's very difficult to actually do anything with it. You can see it's a bodge a lot. There's a whole end joist is missing. The support joist there. Let's dodge that one. This seems to be working okay. We've got a bit of track. The drain's completely blocked up there. But aside from this one, which I haven't done this bit of the roof, you can see there's a couple of leaks there. But other than that, it seems to be adequate. So the main leaks that were coming down the wall were on the first part, which has all been done now. You can run back inside on this very rainy night. So we're okay. Obviously I've got to do the end of the summer kitchen roof. The next stop now is I've got to go in the attic, but I have to dry my feet because I'm wearing flip-flops and got soaked. So here we are, up into the loft of doom, the spider webs from hell. So we've got a bit of a leak there, although that's quite good because it's just running down the tiles. So yeah, you see the leak. Here's pretty bad along that valley edge, look. As you can see, it's not dripping through. But it might as well be. Especially right down in the bottom corner. It has helped when I put that in. This side, this is where I thought it would be a leaky problem. It's just that bit there. I think we're just about getting away with it. Just. Unfortunately, there's not much else we can fucking do with it. Right, let's turn round. Have a look here. Get whatever's tied around my ankle off. No, all good. A little bit wet there, but nothing's coming through. And a tile there. And a tile there. Let's go down the rest of the way. I could have done the thing for the window. So, across the tiles all over the floor. So this looks all fine. Got my little patch up job there. So no issues here. This has actually got a valley board on it. Well done whoever did this bit. Everything looks like it's clearing through. And it's a little bit wet on the bottom on that side. It's folded properly at the valley side here, whereas the other one isn't. It's bowed round. We've got a bit of water there. Oh, lovely breeze through here. Spare tiles, obviously. That one looks a bit wet. That one I can see is broken there, look. So we've got a broken tile on the end. Wow, that's a wind through there. Lovely breeze. Obviously that didn't stay in the thing. There isn't enough crap lying around to do anything about it really. So one of the projects is to pin this in at some point, just so that's all sound. Ooh, almost got wired in the face. So we've got wet coming up on the tiles, but they're very well lapped. Someone hasn't bothered to put them in very well. We look like we've got some water ingress onto the wall. You look. So this beam doesn't look too clever. Let's have a poke. Oh, sorry, you can't see. I'd say that was a bit broken. Sorry, I keep on moving the thing. So yeah, so I think that one definitely needs replacing. That's actually a wall anchor. This one's solid. The other one definitely isn't. So that's compressed down now, and compressing this here. Let us do a bodge. Let's find this brick. Put a brick into, use a light here, into there. Something just fell outside, quite a lot, whatever that was. Nothing major to report. Oh, there's what. No, that's fine. That's drifting down onto another tile, although it is getting wet underneath. But it shouldn't be a big issue. So yeah, so where they're wet underneath, you're not going to get a major issue. Obviously, it's better to have them so that the tiles are fitted properly, but they're just not. It looks like beetles have been through this beam at the top. So there is quite a few beams that do need work. This side of the roof's been replaced from that point all the way down, maybe. It's hard to tell because of the different types of wood that have been used. Usually you have to read the end of them to see what how old they actually are. See, that's one of the originals there, and then you've got, you know, twisted ones. See, this one's been replaced at some point. But there's a decent breeze coming through. But it doesn't look too bad. So we're looking at probably replacing this. It's actually relatively solid, which is surprising. And obviously the chimney stack's actually bigger at the top. So you see where they're stacked out. And then it was probably mud covered at some point. But where they've leaked, because they don't know how to do the flushing, it's coming through as a problem. There is an issue there. So I can see daylight. I can see a broken tile. I can see a joint there, which shouldn't be on there, or button. I can see some bodged up brickwork. I can see no collar. It's not been collared. That joist should have gone all the way to the chimney stack. It should have been collar braced, which it isn't. There's been another beam coming across here. So it was actually like a square above it. So all in all, there you go. Leak's been fixed. So that's coming in around that broken tile. It's the one under, which is probably hard to do. There's another broken tile there. So that's two broken tiles on this side. Oh, we need to perhaps have a look just on this bit for tile alignment. They do look misaligned a lot. It's not even anywhere near. Is that upside down? No. So as you can see, there's another chimney there, and you get more of the same problems. So I'm tempted to remove the other chimney. There's no real need for it. And this is all what I did the other day. So we've got one issue there. See, without being able to resurface the sorry, so you can see what I just did. So I just moved that bowl there because it did look like there's a drip coming down here. So there's a gap, small hole in the tile. So there should be like I think that's a ridge running off that. So that'd be why. That's because the ridge is not sealed and the tiles aren't cut properly for the ridges and all sorts of problems. But one last thing, we're going to see if we can see through into the summer kitchen. We've got a drip there, look. Where the hell is that dripping off? Oh, it's coming off the steels out of there. So in Bulgaria, that's the repair. So the other day, I was on the roof, and what we were looking for is fun. What we were looking for is leaks from the outside. Alright, so always a good idea to look for leaks on the inside. So hang on, there we go. So this will not give you a brilliant view, but I'm stood up in here. Ooh, there is a bit of a log there though. So let's cross over. So as you can see, someone's put pots, so these little dots here, well, there's like little divots in the roof. Oh, my half-assed repair didn't hold. So this is where the wind's been up today, so what we need to do is come up and we'll pin this in. I've got some pins, so that's not an issue. So it's been raining now, and this is the best time, obviously, to check for leaks. So you can see here, you see the wet there, it comes up as slightly dark. So what we're looking for on all the beams and battens, the way the tiles are spaced away, they're even worse, these ones here. So we're looking for any dark patches. There's one there, look, right in the centre of the screen. It shows that quite nicely to you through this video camera with the light. So that isn't going to be an issue. That's just where it's rolling over. I could push the tile down a little bit, but it doesn't really need it. They're not sitting on the batten. Someone's obviously, I don't know how they've managed to do it, but they've not measured out properly. So we're all good here. I can't see any leaks. It's been a relatively good. There we go, there's a problem. Right there. The water's travelling back on the. Hang on, let me just bring that light out of the way. Hang on. That's probably. Nope, not even good enough. Okay, so you can see the water's travelling back up the tiles. Whereas it's not really a big issue. I mean, we've had a really good long rainfall. I'd say it was kind of like medium rain. So some of these tiles, I can't remember which ones it was that I changed somewhere around here. But all in all, We've got a couple of little issues, but nothing major. See that tile, which the light's on. Let me, this one here. If you look, you can see the little clips what's supposed to sit on that batten are broken or not there, and effectively we've got water going around all over the place there. So ideally, I think that just maybe that spider's going to stop me. There's a spider there, so that'll stop me doing any work today just to fix that, which would be poke it with a stick and lift it across slightly. Oh, I do need a stick, I'm not quite tall enough to reach it. But if you look, the tile's twisted. It's about 3 in a row. So this one just needs lifting over. That one needs lifting over. This here, oh, where are we? Let me get it there. So this here should be on the other side of that tile, so the tile's not sat properly. So we're about 10 tiles over. So I'm quite happy with most of the botch repairs that I've done. They seem to be doing the trick anyway. I had to come in, when I came in yesterday, I had to plastic bag this because there's a potential here of water. Oh no, that's not. This tile's cracked. I noticed it yesterday. I didn't see it the other day. So that's one to be wary of. Oh, that's a lovely breeze coming through there. I would open it, but there's a nail holding it shut. So as you can see, this could technically be a bedroom. You can get a bed in here, and the same on this side here, and then a nice, you know, kitchenette here. Maybe, what could you do there? Ensuite bathroom, maybe on this side here. Down the bottom there, walk-in wardrobe. I wouldn't want a walk-in, well actually a walk-in wardrobe would be good if you could get the have the back wall out of it, because the roof here where it joins in is going to be prone to leaks and problems. As you can see, there's 2 valleys, 3 valleys, 4 valleys, and then another ridge going out back over to that corner, well hip, not ridge. So up here I've been in with the plastic bag. As you can probably see, this is all flat, and we're getting potentially water coming in around the edge where I've got the torch there. So on that flat plate, it's supposed to be lifted up, but there's no ridge plates or anything there, and that centre is too high. It needs to come into that beam that you can see there, and that's that problem with that. That wood plate is about 1/4 of a mile off and should have a beam up that side. So I'm looking for little drips. So that rusty plate that's there, can you see it? That one there where the torch is now. So that rusty plate I pushed in just to give it some extra support. It's not actually there to run any water off. But if you look, you can see the bow of this, where it's supposed to be down in the centre to form. Yeah. And then I put that stick in the other day to hold this up because there wasn't anything there. So you can see inside here, look, and then down here. So basically what they've done is you've got the tops of the plates, and if metal could shrink, and it's pulled the bow out there. So ideally this needs to be a lot more pronounced, so that we can lose the flatness, which is causing the water to run off. So if we look here, sorry, there's a beam in the way. So here the water comes around the chimney, and I wedge this in here to lift that plate up because we want the water to go that way. But as you can see, the tapered edge here isn't well, tapered enough, if you ask me. So what's happened in previously, the way it was left, but I'll redo this roof here. All of this needs redoing, and all the tiles need coming off, and all the tiles need coming back on again. So there's the summer kitchen roof through there. I can see a little bit of light. I didn't really do the summer kitchen roof. We get access to that one via another room. So yeah, so this is the cobwebs. I know there's a wasp nest around here somewhere. I almost accidentally gave it a poke the other day, and there's spiders everywhere. So as you can see, little wardrobe space here, look, next to the bone on the floor. Yeah, the chimneys need rebuilding. I'm depending on whether to take that chimney out because of the roof there. I mean, it's been repaired in a fashion, but we have to rebuild this wall. So it looks like most of the upper part of this building is mud brick, certainly the roof of it. I can smell the smoke from the summer kitchen fire I had earlier for hot water. Well, nothing really else to report.